Rogue tier, we still winning. Magic card, oh, we extending. Dark Law, he still contending. Sunrise, your lights in it.
Yugi peoples, welcome to the commentary. This will be a round 1 or round 2 match from the bad deck I decided to play last week. So yeah, as you can see, my first turn, I completely bricked. I opened up with a bunch of monsters in my hand, and my monster count's not even that high inside of this deck. It's much lower than a normal hero deck, but this is a pure elemental hero deck with XYZs in it. So yeah, my first hand was really bad. No way to get multiple monsters out on the board, so all I could do was pretty much set Shadow Mist and hope that I had a chance. But against Swordsoul, you know, hope is not there, and I just get easily beaten like game 1. Absolutely no plays or anything like that. So yeah, after that we go straight into side decking. Like, Swordsoul is one of those decks I'm not really prepared to play against anymore. So there's nothing like very specific I think that I could have sided in to put off in here, except for like D-Fissure, which I revealed that I was putting in right there. But yeah, there's really nothing else, you know, to really side in against this deck. So, you know, I just kind of side those in. Even though I do the smoke screen thing, I don't think I really sided in too much else against it. So this game, I actually have plays. I'm gonna activate the Rota. Now against Swordsoul, I'm thinking like the best thing for me to XYZ out is probably Babuska. But I get drolled after the Rota cert, so you know that really hurts heroes. So when I special summon my Shadow Mist, I'm not going to be able to search for the mass change, which really sucks, and it kind of messed up the rest of my hand also. So we're just gonna set a back row, make Babuska, and pass right there. But against Swordsoul, you know, when they open up Vashuda, that does nothing. So Vashuda comes down, then I'm gonna go get the Shadow Mist effect to add, like in this guy, the Spirit of Neos. I did decide to run it in this deck just, you know, as a little extra protection, or you know, a little something like that. So we're gonna go ahead and search the Spirit of Neos, and he's gonna start doing Soul Sword stuff. And I'm gonna go ahead and imperm on the Moyi, but he's got the circle, so Moyi's able to dodge the imperm. Then you're gonna see the Long Yun come out here. He's thinking quite a bit. You know, they do burn damage, so they ain't ever in no rush. But he brings out the Fire God, the one who banishes and does like so much damage to you. And yeah, I was surprised that he didn't go. Well, I don't think he could go. Well, I don't know. I was just kind of surprised he didn't go Baron in. But, you know, maybe he had his reasons. So he goes to attack with the Monk. I'm going to activate the Spirit of Neos. And, you know, we kind of had like some questions as far as like chain link order and stuff. So you're going to see the judge come over for a second. And I'm going to go ahead and add the instant fusion off of the Spirit of Neos. Like, I didn't get a chance to get the one card I needed for my extra deck for this deck. Like, I really wanted to play number 11 Big Eye. That way I could like instant fusion out like Sunrise, and then with the Neos I could be able to make Big Eye to be able to steal people's monsters. So I did actually end up losing the game to Flunder because I didn't have it, but you know, hey, it is what it is. So we drew the Liquid Soldier effect to special summon out the Shadow Mist, and then he's gonna activate that Swordsoul monsters effect, and I got the Drip to go ahead and negate him. And y'all are about to see something really funny here. Like, I just really wanted to be able to clear off his entire board and not leave anything on there, just because, like, you know, cards like Vashuda and stuff, you know, they'll still be able to activate if he has that normal, you know, token monsters and stuff on the board. So I'm actually like make a really weird play here, and I'm gonna bring out the card that I put in here because I didn't have the whatchamacallit, the Blade Armor Ninja. So I'll go ahead and instant fusion and bring out the Blade Armor Ninja. I'm gonna go ahead and do some attacking because, you know, that monster's effect of monster's attack is halved. Then I'm trying to decide right here if I want to go ahead and mass change or if I want to save it, because like if he has like Dark Ruler or something like that, then, you know, he ends up getting my Zeus and my Zeus and my Dark Law. So I decided not to do it. I'm just gonna wait here, bring out the Zeus, set the mass change, and see what he's gonna do. That way, like I said, if he doesn't if he does hit me with Dark Ruler, at least I still have Dark Law to be able to bring out to the board, which was kind of like the idea for this deck, was to have, you know, like a pretty good XYZ monster on the board along with the ability to go into Dark Law. So he summons the Vashuda. I'm gonna go ahead and Dark Law, go ahead and get the Shadow Mist effect to add the Solid Soldier. He's just like pretty good just in case I draw any other hero. Then he's gonna go ahead and link that off for the Monk. And after he comes out, I'm just gonna go ahead and Zeus effect right there, just because like I know that he doesn't have, you know, anything usable, playable in hand. And we'll go ahead and switch the Zeus to attack position there. And we're going to summon the Solid Soldier, activate the Shade Brigandine. This way we can go ahead and make the Time Thief Redoer. Like I said, this is an XYZ deck. And yeah, he's gonna go ahead and scoop it up after that, and we'll take game 2 thanks to the drip. You know, the drip kind of helped out a lot there, but you know, it's kind of fun being able to bring out Blade Armor Ninja, if y'all remember that from the E-Hero OTK days with the Bubble Man and Stratos. Let's go. Alright, so siding going into game 3 against Swordsoul is kind of tough sometimes, because you never know if they're going to make you go first, especially since, you know, my first turn board's not like all that, you know, too great, but they have the ability to really be powerful going second. But he's going to go ahead and decide to go first here. He's going to drop the Moyi. I don't have any response for it. I think like the only going second card I really drew was Lightning Storm, which is really good against Swordsoul because they put all their monsters pretty much in attack position, and it's just like you can go ahead and get out that Bury Negate, and you know, usually if you can get out the Bury Negate, you know, you can kind of get around stuff. But he's gonna go ahead and Ashuna. I'm gonna go ahead and Ash there, that way I'm not dealing with like too many monsters on the board, but that's going to keep him from being able to bring out the Baron. And I'm going to go ahead and Lightning Storm his monsters because he brought out the one that burns instead of the one that keeps it from getting destroyed. And they're both gone. And then he's going to Imperm my Stratos there. Go ahead and set the Shade Brigandine, make my level 4. I'll go ahead and make Tornado Dragon. That way I can pop his other back row. I figured it was the, the Blackout. So I'm going to go ahead and pop that to go ahead and make Zeus. Like, that's one of the cool things I like about this deck. It's like, you know, you can, whatever XYZ you bring out, you can bring out the one that's like really handy for the situation that you're in, and then go ahead and make it into Zeus. Like, I forgot to put my Zodiac cards off in here so that I can make 4 material Zeuses. So next week, if I do decide to play this deck again, or actually that would be this week, that I'm gonna go ahead and fix that. So he ends up drawing the Long Yun, and he brings out the Baron on me. So now I got to deal with the Baron Negate. And as you can see, like, I'm going through, weighing my different options, trying to decide what I should do. Go ahead and bring out the Liquid Soldier, activate his effect, targeting the Stratos to go ahead and bring him out. But, you know, I got the drip again for that Baron. So we're going to drip, discarding the Shadow Mist, because I also had the Shadow Mist. And then, you know, we're going to go ahead and get the Resolution of Chains here. I'm going to use Stratos and Shadow Mist. I'm going to grab the Spirit of Neos, and I'm going to grab the Solid Soldier. And then, you know, kind of just like thinking about my different options and stuff off in here, because like, since now Zeus is gone, I have to think about kind of like the long-term effects. Babushka doesn't really do too much in this scenario. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring out the Abyss Dweller, since he has no cards in hand. I'm like, the only thing he could draw that would be like one card would have to be a Tenier monster. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop their graveyard effects by bringing out Abyss Dweller. And he's 2200 because of the Liquid Soldier. And then, you know, I didn't draw anything to be able to play that turn, so I just summoned a Solid Soldier. He's going to get the Taya, which, you know, kind of sucks. I was hoping, like, no, it's not going to be, you know, good enough, because now I'm trying to see, like, if Blackout, you know, if I can stop at least a Blackout from putting another token on the board and stuff. But no, unfortunately not. So he's going to get Taya, bring out the token off of the Blackout, and he's got the other token on board. I'm going to go ahead and Abyss Dweller there. He's going to backseat me, spin my stuff back, and then he goes to attack in the battle phase because we're getting really close to time there, and so he's trying to finish me off. But when he goes to attack with Baxia, he forgot that I had the Spirit of Neos, so I'm gonna use that to block the attack, and he can't be destroyed as a result of battle. So yeah, we actually gonna end up winning this game thanks to Forbidden Droplet, thanks to the Spirit of Neos, and thanks to the time clock. So, he's going to continue out the rest of the turn, go there and stuff. But time had already been called at this point, so it's pretty much over. And then, you kind of always have that post-game discussion with your, opponent. And I think he just kind of forgot about the Spirit of Neos in my hand and his effect, because as he's pointing out right there, he could have brought out the Berserker. And when I activated the Spirit of Neos effect, he would have been able to banish it with Berserker to win the game. But, sometimes you just don't think about those kind of plays until it's over. So I appreciate everybody for staying a while to listen, and I'll catch you on the next video.